Store-bought eggnog. The Holiday Power Rankings. 5 cartons. 5 very different fates waiting for your punch bowl. Some of these brands lean on lab tricks to fake the magic. Others just trust real cream and let it speak for itself. By the end of this list, you'll know exactly which nogs are basically sweetened bubblegum in disguise, and which ones actually earn the name Liquid Christmas. Let's start at the bottom. Number 5. Borden Eggnog. Borden shows up to the party in a metal can, which already tells you everything. This is the only nog on our list packaged like it's meant to outlive a nuclear winter, not sit next to your gingerbread cookies. Here's why that matters. Shelf-stable eggnog has to survive months, sometimes years at sauerkraut at room temperature. To pull that off, brands use retort canning, sealing the product and cooking it at roughly 115 to 121 degrees Celsius for several minutes. That's way beyond anything Fresh Dairy is ever exposed to. The payoff for all that heat? A full-blown Maillard reaction. Instead of tasting like cream and spice, you get caramelized, overcooked milk notes with a sulfur edge that creeps uncomfortably close to boiled cabbage. On top of that, the egg proteins clump together, turning what should be silky into something closer to gummy pudding. The can itself adds a faint tinny aftertaste. Think evaporated milk with a hangover. Bottom line, if your eggnog could survive a bunker, it doesn't belong in your glass. Number 4. Hood Golden Eggnog. Hood pours out like a cartoon banana exploded. It's less fresh eggs and more someone melted vanilla ice cream, dumped in a bag of sugar and slapped a Christmas label on it. That neon yellow color isn't coming from farm-fresh yolks. It's annatto and turmeric doing the heavy lifting visually. Flip the carton over and the ingredient list reads like a dessert menu. Milk, cream, sugar. Sugar shows up before eggs even get a mention. One serving carries 46 grams of sugar, more than a lot of sodas. Then come the thickeners. Carrageenan, gar gum, xanthan gum. Stabilizers doing the job real dairy fat should be doing. The label teases nutmeg, but what actually hits your tongue is a wall of artificial vanilla and sweetness that buries any real spice underneath. Survival tip: if it glows like a highlighter and sugar is ingredient number 2, walk away. Number 3. Southern Comfort Traditional Eggnog. This one is the ultimate holiday bait and switch. The carton is plastered with whiskey branding, but pop the top and there's 0 alcohol inside. No bourbon, no Southern Comfort, not even a trace of booze. Legally, brands can license a famous liquor name onto a product as long as the 0% ABV is disclosed somewhere on the label. Technically fine. Practically, a lot of shoppers feel tricked, expecting a party-ready drink and instead getting a thin, overly sweet liquid. Texture-wise, it's watery rather than creamy, and the flavor lands somewhere between fake vanilla and melted bubblegum, like someone dissolved a pack of Hubba Bubba and strained it through a nutmeg shaker. Reviews online are full of hosts who ended up adding their own real bourbon and extra spice just to save the drink. Takeaway: don't buy whiskey dreams and settle for vanilla-flavored water. Number 2. Evan Williams. Original Southern Eggnog. This is what happens when an actual bourbon brand decides to do the job properly. Evan Williams is the only nog on this list that comes pre-mixed with real Kentucky bourbon. No extra bottle, no mixing required. Chill it, pour it, done. Sitting at 15% ABV, it hits about as hard as a standard holiday cocktail, minus the hassle of measuring shots and blending liquor into dairy yourself. Price-wise, you're usually looking at $12 to $15 for a full liter. Cheaper than buying a decent bourbon and a separate carton of eggnog. Flavor-wise, expect a rich, custardy vanilla base with a clear bourbon backbone running through it. It's thick enough to coat the glass, but still smooth going down, especially with a little nutmeg on top. For anyone hosting and short on time, this is the one-bottle shortcut to instant holiday spirit. Literally. Number 1. Promised Land. Old-fashioned eggnog. This isn't just the best on the list, it's the benchmark everyone else should be measured against. The difference comes down to one thing: Jersey cow milk, which naturally runs about 15 to 20% higher in butterfat than standard Holstein milk. That extra fat means real, built-in creaminess instead of a science experiment's worth of gums trying to fake it. Taste testers consistently describe it the same way: thick, rich, almost custardy, with just enough nutmeg to feel festive without tipping into cloying. People keep calling it homemade tasting, and it's the only store-bought option on this list that actually feels like a treat rather than a compromise. This is the fat equals flavor principle in action. When the milk itself is this good, you don't need to mask anything with sugar or stabilizers. One warning though: Promised Land sells out fast every single year. If you find it on a shelf, grab 2. One for the party, one you don't tell anyone about. The real pattern. Here line all 5 brands up, and the lesson is obvious. Shortcuts, extra sugar, gums, artificial color, fake branding are what ruin eggnog. Real dairy and real spice are what save it. When it comes to eggnog, quality isn't nostalgia talking. It's the only thing that actually matters.